tell you. This right here is, remember the movies with the vampires and werewolves, where they had these hybrids that were an abomination? This is an abomination. So basically, this is a Kamplite lantern, but its tank, it just had so many pinholes, and I tried soldering it and everything, and it's took it down to bare metal, and it's like nothing I could do could seal them up. I mean, it's just Swiss cheese. I can clean it up and all, but it would probably cost $100 plus $200 taking somebody to braise it and stuff. You know, these people nowadays charge $90 an hour, you know, type of thing. So we're just going to package it up and put it away. So this thing is like, you know, it's the 1950s, maybe early 60s, but probably about, yeah, late 50s, early 60s. I forgot exactly what it was. It's an LRL2. LRL2. So anyway, I had bought a font from a 1958. It's like a 220. I forgot what the letter designation was. And I adapted the font to the Kamplite because I wanted to continue its legacy, doing what it does best. So yeah, it was a lot of work. I mean, I spent like 3 hours on this thing with no success. Finally, I knew I needed to give up. It was just, it's just a rotten, I don't know if you can even see in there, it's just rotten inside. It's rusted and just a disaster. But this was a really good one. And then unfortunately, when I got it, because I got it on eBay, it's like, you always can't tell what you're getting. It's like it didn't have it didn't have the pump. I knew that, but it didn't have the little screw-in check valve or whatever it is on the inside there. So I had to borrow one from one of my other lanterns right now, and I got to order that part. But it was a headache because I had to fabricate a new collar, because the collar I had is too short. And then not only that, but it was the Kamplite uses like 1/8 size, like fine pipe thread, and you can see it right there. And the Coleman uses quarter inch. So it's like Coleman's too big, so I had to go and get a bushing adapter, and had fine threads for the Kamplite, but the outer threads that would screw into the font were a little bit coarser. So when I get them started a little bit, they're brass, grind it down a little bit, and then just gently work it and let it kind of like self-tap in there, which it did, and it doesn't damage the font because that's in steel. But yeah, so it's like we did that. That was one of the biggest things. Then the second thing, like I say, is making a new collar. And then once I had a collar, it's like a little bit tall. I had to go and mess with everything to get it, because this thing has like a weird setup for the mixing chamber. If it's too high or too low, it's like, it's got to be tight. When you screw everything down, it's got to be tight so they stay together. It's like a clamshell. But all that holds it is the force from basically that one center bolt, pretty much. So it's like there's a small piece of pipe right there, and it has a set screw that was broken off. I had to drill that out, and then I had to go and just finagle, heat it with a torch and everything, finally get that steel pipe come out, because I needed to thread it out to extend the length, because the thing was too short, so you couldn't get any pressure on that mixing chamber. It's just a hassle. And then, like I say, if I adjust these rods up, then you can't get the handle on. It's like it was one thing after another. So it took some finagling, but I finally got it. You know, and then like the generator, the tip cleaner was the tip of the tip cleaner was broken off. So I had to take one from like 220 and cut it, and then grind a little notch in there to try to get it the same, and then put it in there. So at least I have some kind of tip cleaning capabilities going on there, because you can't get this generator. So it doesn't work perfect, but it does help. It does clean it. So yeah, it was a hassle. So I wanted to get everything fit together, test it, make sure it works. And then the next step would be is to sand and paint the font and paint the collar, that burgundy color. And then all, like I say, the other parts we'll pack them up, and we'll just keep them for another day. It's like, you know, if I come across somebody who would just be as a buddy, just weld it up for me, well, great. I'll probably hit a torch, get off all the solder I could. There's like 15 pinholes in this thing. I can't save it. It's just a rutted, gutted mess. So my plan of action was to just get this thing so I can live on for another day. So that's kind of what we did. It's an abomination. Complete abomination. But it works. It works. Let's scrape off that Coleman, get that all painted up. Like I say, it's, you know, the font is about the same age as the Kamplite, so I did my best. I mean, and like I say, I did everything I could to make it so that it's like undoable, which means that if you found another font or repaired this one, you could put it back, and you could also use this one for a Coleman without any damage to it. So I'm pretty happy about that. Kind of polished up the parts a little bit, the buffer, best I could. But on these kind of projects, since from fabrication and everything, you pretty much have to just wing it to get it all together and get it right. Then after that, you can do all the pretty stuff. So yeah, that's it. All right, well, God bless, and we will talk to you later. We're going to shut this thing down and clean up the garage. Hopefully it'll shut down. Praying it shuts down. But I think the tip is a little bit, I don't know, thinner or something, so it's like it doesn't completely seal, or maybe I didn't get enough length in it or something, but it still works. It does something. But yeah, I'm happy to save it. So that was, you know, that was the whole idea, save it. All right. Yeah, these Kamplites, they don't have that screen in there where the mantle goes. I noticed that they don't have those. But, it's okay. I mean, you know, we're saving a part of history and everything, you know. And I've had this guy for, I mean, I personally have had it for probably 8 years. Yeah, like 8 years. So, you know, it's part of the family. We take care of the family, and we take every action to save it. All right, but yeah, it's looking good. So next time you'll see it, it'll be all painted up. We'll touch up the ventilator, and yeah, it'll look pretty. Like I say, it will be you know, an abomination to some degree, but with that said, it works fine. All right, God bless. All right, you know, we're gonna make that cabbage recipe again because, well, I only used half last time. I only made part of the recipe. So the first step is to brown the onions. Yep, there we go. Letting this thing cool down. It was giving me a little bit of problems. I think maybe the generator, something's plugged up a little bit. It's acting a little funky. Usually these are really simple things to fix. So when it cools down, we'll put it together, hang it up, and tomorrow we'll take a look again. In the meantime, we're going to cook our food here. All right. So we got our turkey Kabasa sausage. We got our cabbage. We got our Knorr vegetable recipe mix, and then I always add a few other spices to the mix. But this is a simple one today. And the bell pepper. Where's the bell pepper? Oh yeah, the bell pepper is it's right there with the sausage. So it's onions, bell pepper, cabbage, turkey, seasoning. I'll bring it back in just a little bit. All right. Well, onions are starting to get brown. This is a pretty good skillet, but they call it non-stick, but it's not really. I don't know. It's like a ceramic skillet. I think we're ready for stage 2 here. So let's go ahead and put in the bell pepper and turkey. Bring it back. All right, here we go. Added. No pepper left behind. I'll bring you back in just a moment. All right, well, we're making good progress here. We're about ready to wrap it up. I'm just kind of got to mix it in. The cabbage is cooked down. Just got to like carefully. Oh, jeez. Sorry about that. All right, I'll bring you back. I got to stir this stuff here. But yeah, it's looking pretty good. All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and shut everything down. Looking pretty good, and it's ready to go. I just don't want this plate or the skillet to go flying here on me. I think we're good to go. Flame's been doing pretty good here. It's real efficient. So yeah, God bless. And like I say, tomorrow we'll take a look at this thing here and figure out what is going on here. I think I don't know, gas generator, something's funky. I also have to add a few more vent holes for oxygen, so maybe that's it too. I only added the initial ones, which was for the valve and for the needle cleaner. So we'll add those. Check out the gas generator, and we'll go from there. Anyway, and then we're gonna get our, once we get it going, everything going good, we'll get it sanded and repainted burgundy, and go back in the collection, and it's the way it is. All right, God bless you all. We'll have an Abomination lantern here. Kamplite and Coleman, like vampire and werewolf together. All right, God bless you.